What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EP09. Alright, so the official competitors list has been released for the California Pro, where we're going to see a rematch between Tonio Burton and Stuart Sutherland that we saw in New York, which I am very excited to see. But aside from that, the biggest surprise to me was not the competitors that we saw on this list, but actually who was not on this list. There's one name that was notably missing from this list, and that would be Patrick Moore. Patrick actually released a statement on his Instagram to explain why his name was not on the official competitors list. Check it out here.
That was not a mistake. I actually will not be competing at the show this weekend, unfortunately. You guys remember a while back I posted about some things that I had going on that were just too much of a distraction for me to stay on track, unfortunately. And like I said, I had way too much going on to where I could stay focused and on track and show up like I wanted to. It was and much more about than just winning the show. You know, it was a lot about how I showed up. And, you know, I did the Arnold on a very short notice. It was a 6-week prep. And, you know, I just wanted to show up properly. And so that just was not going to be the case, I felt, this time. So giving myself a little bit more time to get ready like I want. And so we'll be looking at the Orlando Pro Fit Games, USA Fit Games, which is July 1st.
So there you have it, guys. Patrick Moore officially drops out of the Cali Pro and is now planning on doing the Orlando Pro. I'm not 100% on who's doing Orlando at this point, but you know, Patrick announced that he was going to compete in the Cali Pro very shortly after he competed at the Arnold Classic, which actually surprised me when he announced that. I thought Patrick would have taken more time off to make improvements. Mainly, Patrick needs to gain more overall size to be competitive at this level in the Pro League. And Patrick's conditioning was something that did need improvement as well. Now, in the updates that Patrick has been providing, he definitely doesn't look ready for the Cali in only 4 days. Maybe with another 6 weeks of prep, he can shred down for Orlando in order to win that show. And I do want to be optimistic, but the track record for Patrick lately just isn't really there to have a lot of confidence in his return to be at his best. Whatever happened where he got distracted for this Cali Pro prep, we really don't know. But what we do know is that Patrick Moore is running out of time to not only make a comeback in the IFBB Pro League, but he's running out of time before the highlight of his career is the 10th place Olympia finish that he took home in 2019. And Patrick is running the risk of going down in history as yet another bodybuilder that doesn't reach their full potential. So, for now, let's hope for the best with Patrick, and let's hope we see him at his best come July in Orlando. Alright, so next up, we have a physique update here from Hunter Labrada at 11 and 13 weeks out. Now, I wanted to include this here because it looks like the more Hunter continues to lean out, the better his waist is actually looking. The last full physique update I saw from Hunter, I didn't really see any drastic improvements from what we've seen from Hunter lately, but for what we're seeing now, we gotta take another look. Even for what we saw from Hunter at the Pittsburgh Pro guest posing, I think he may have been carved up a bit for that, and maybe that bloated his midsection a bit, because even between then and now, he looks a lot tighter, his X-frame looks a lot more impressive. This is probably the best Hunter Labrada we have ever seen to date. And we know that there's really an apples and oranges battle coming up in Texas between Hunter and Andrew Jacked. And most of the bodybuilding fans out there tend to jump at Andrew winning pretty much right away. Most out there think that Hunter has very little chance against Andrew Jacked. But I'm wondering after seeing this update if that changes the opinion of anyone out there. Because you can see here that Hunter is starting to look like a completely different bodybuilder. He looks a lot more filled out. He looks like he has more pop, more depth, more roundness and fullness. You know, the bottom line is, by revamping his training and diet, Hunter is on the road to revamping his entire physique. So let me know down in the comments, are you guys seeing these notable improvements from Hunter Labrada? And we'll stay tuned for more updates from Hunter to see if he continues to improve. Alright, so last up, Nick Trigili has made his return to YouTube, but maybe not in the way we all expected. So we do have this new channel which is reportedly owned by a media company that Nick works for, but I'll get to that in just a second. Up till now, it's been just over a month since Bodybuilding and BS was taken down by YouTube, and if you guys don't know the full story by now, I'll link the videos down in my description below on my coverage of this, but it eventually all came out that Nick had Bodybuilding and BS taken off of YouTube due to a community guideline violation on Nick's previous channel before Bodybuilding and BS. Now, throughout the last month, Nick has maintained that he was very confident that he would get his channel back, and that hasn't come to fruition as of right now. So, is Nick abandoning Bodybuilding and BS? There's no update on that as of right now, but we did have this new channel pop up in the last couple of days here on YouTube. So this new channel is called The BS of Sports, and Nick posted on his Instagram that this is a new media company that he reportedly works for, and there could be a couple of different layers of this, you guys. So the first question is pretty straightforward, I think. Is Nick allowed to be back on YouTube? Now, my understanding of that is once you're banned by YouTube from the platform, you are banned for life. And I haven't seen Nick announce anything that he's spoken to anyone at YouTube or that he's received permission or something. And like I said, the Bodybuilding and BS channel is still down. So I think the answer to that question is no. Because if he was allowed back on YouTube, why wouldn't he have Bodybuilding and BS restored to the platform? Nick had just around 112,000 subscribers when it was taken down, if memory serves correctly. And I suppose the second question would be, what is this new media company that Nick works for? BS Sports. Who owns it? Where are they based out of? Who else do they work with? Or is this Nick's attempt at getting around the YouTube rules by reporting that he's working for a new media outlet rather than him being at the forefront of this new channel? Now look, let's give Nick the benefit of the doubt here. I think we just need some more details on this new media company, and if they are new, they must be brand new. But in my opinion, I think it's most likely that someone either set this up specifically for Nick, or Nick is trying to get around the rules on YouTube. And hey, he might get away with it for another year, or 2, or 5 before YouTube catches on again. And Nick can make a lot of money in that amount of time. Maybe he needed to do this to keep up his sponsorship obligations. Who really knows, you guys? But for now, Nick is back on YouTube. You guys can go check out his new channel. You guys, the new media outlet that Nick works for. We got to be specific about that, I think, at this point. The BS of Sports. And let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Is this new media channel actually legit, or is Nick bringing a new meaning to BS more than ever? Anyway, that's it for me in this video, you guys. Thank you for tuning into EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.